who in their right mind would trade their finals MVP after a throwaway season, who still led their team to a second seed without their second best player, still made it to the playoffs in a throwaway season, lost really only because they lacked a center, and you trade them. And not just trade them. It's not like you traded them for Giannis Antetokounmpo or Nikola Jokic, like some of the best players in the league. You trade them for an aging, about to retire Paul George. An aging, podcasting, about to retire Paul George. Somebody in the Celtics organization is either a crackhead, owes somebody in Philadelphia some money. Maybe Jaylen Brown fucked somebody, bitch. One of my friends gave an example of maybe him and Ime Udoka was fucking like the owner's bitch or like the GM's bitch or something like that. And that's why this dumbass shit is happening. Or maybe because Jaylen Brown is considered a uppity Negro and he speaks out about different, things that happen in the world. And maybe the Boston Brass just didn't like that anymore. But even still, racism or not, can't even fuck my bitch or not. Why would you trade your finals MVP who carried you and your bum ass supporting cast of Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, and a bunch of white guys to a second seed in the playoffs in a throwaway season, missing your second best player? I can't believe we're even talking about this right now. I really can't. I understand if they would have made the move for Giannis, right? Because Giannis is obviously better than Jaylen Brown, right? He's a tier above Jaylen Brown, maybe even 2 tiers, depending on who you ask. You make that move, you get better. You supposedly should be getting better if you make that move, right? But once Giannis ended up in Miami, I figured, okay, the Jaylen Brown trade talks was done. And not even an hour or two later, Boston, half a tier above. Okay, that's fair. Boston is still saying we're shopping them around. I'm confused. Boston fans are confused because I talked to my buddy Josh. I talked to my friend Aaliyah, who was on stream a couple weeks ago. They're confused. My buddy, shout out my buddy at work. I'm not gonna say his name. Shout out my buddy at work. Huge Boston fan. He's confused. But I'm like, hey, maybe they just talking. Maybe they just talking, right? Fast forward a week, they're still talking. I'm sorry, John. Fast forward a week, they still talking. They're talking about different scenarios and different teams on the table. Brooklyn, the Nets were even in the conversation a little bit. And I'm still confused because I'm like,
man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad?
Really, what did that nigga do to make them that mad? Why are they trying to move their finals MVP who led them to a second seed in a throwaway season for Paul George, a podcaster who's basically been retired for the past 3 years, basically? 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks. These 4 picks better be Bill Russell, Larry Bird, Bob Cousy, and John Havlicek reincarnated. Because if they're not, good luck, Charlie. You're fucked. First of all, and I'm gonna get into something. Jason Tatum is not a leader, right? As bad as he tries to be Kobe, as much as he tries to be a leader, he is not the leader of that team. Jaylen Brown was. And we saw that in the finals when they won the championship. Yes, Tatum was scoring. Yes, Tatum was getting rebounds. He played very well in that series. But Jaylen Brown by far was the leader of that team. And he proved it again during a throwaway season where he led y'all to a second seed and y'all had a chance to go further if you would have had a center, a defensive rebounding center. That's really all you needed, maybe two. And you trade him. Only thing I can think of is he fucked the owner's wife. He fucked the GM's wife, Brad Stevens' wife. Or some combination of both of those. It could be because he's an uppity Negro, or they think he's an uppity Negro and he actually speaks his mind and he doesn't just shut up and dribbles the basketball. Or they were really upset that he led them to a second seed during a throwaway year and they really wanted a lottery pick. He had too much power in Boston. Maybe he did. Because I'm starting to think, or the GM Brad Stevens knows something that we don't know about Jaylen Brown. There's only a handful of things that this could be, and even those things don't make sense. 3 of those 5 things don't make sense. Still. And I'm gonna get into something with Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum is not a leader. Jaylen Brown was the leader of this team. He proved that in the finals when they won, and he proved that this season. Jason Tatum was not the leader of this team. It was Jaylen Brown this entire time. And Tatum proved that he's not a leader even more by allowing this to happen. Because after the Giannis talks were done, if I'm Jason Tatum, I'm going to the front office and I hear the trade talks is still going around. I'm going to the front office and I'm saying, hey, stop. And, oh my God, I'm going to get to that in a second. Thank you, Rob. I'm going to get to that in a second. You trade him to a conference rival who just beat y'all in the playoffs. But if I'm Jason Tatum, once the Giannis trade doesn't go through, I'm going to the front office and saying, hey, chill out. I don't even care if y'all not friends. I don't give a fuck. You need Jaylen Brown, Tatum. And you guys, he's about to get exposed. Tatum not saying anything is about to get him exposed. Because him, Mitchell Robinson, Mike Conley, and Peyton Pritchard is not going to get it done. They might not even make the playoffs. I wholeheartedly believe that. If they make the playoffs, I would be shocked. Sorry, and Paul George, who's not going to play. He'll be podcasting. Like me. PG might as well sit here with me. And we could chop it up and talk about how stupid this trade was. Even PG would probably be like, yeah, not the greatest move for Boston. Not the best move for Boston, I wouldn't say. He's not going to taste the finals. Probably ever again. Because they got to hope that these picks, like I said, are Larry Bird, Bob Cousy, Bill Russell, and John Havlicek. If these picks are just average fly-by-night guys, they are fucked. Excuse me. They got to at least be all-stars. These 4 picks that they got. These 4 picks need to be all-stars, and they need to be contributing almost immediately whenever. I don't even know what year the picks are. And I thought they got Mitchell Robinson and they got Mike Conley. When that happened, I think it was either earlier today or yesterday when that happened. They got 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. And Paul George, which is basically nothing because he's not going to play, for Jaylen Brown. I thought when they got Conley and Mitchell Robinson earlier today or late yesterday, that JB was still on the table. I said, well, JB, they're not going to trade him now, obviously. They just got a point guard, even though he's older. They just got a point guard, a backup point guard, and they got Mitchell Robinson, a center that they really needed. Is Mitch Rob the greatest center in the world? No, he can't make a free throw to save his life. But he just won a championship, so he's riding high off of that. He's a great rebounder, a really good shot blocker, and he's a lob threat. That JB, Tatum, Pritchard could run a pick and roll. Derek White could run a pick and roll with him. That's a good fit for him, right? He doesn't need the ball. Cool. Does he have a lot of injury issues? Yes. But if they could, if they could flip flop him and Kata's minutes and really like give him like down the stretch minutes, great pickup, right? And I'm like, oh, okay, JB's gonna stay for sure now. And the next day, a couple hours later, Jaylen Brown is a Philadelphia 76er. I'm confused. Is he really? Wow. They traded for a 6th grade. They did. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe Brad Stevens knows something we don't know. And he could, because Brad Stevens is really smart. He's really analytical. That's why this is surprising me. I'm truly confused on what this was. Like I said, he fucked Brad Stevens' wife. He fucked the owner's wife. They don't like that he's an outspoken, uppity Negro. Or they know something we don't know about these draft picks that they just got. Or maybe they go put Paul George into a hyperbolic chamber and he'll go back to Pacers Paul George or OKC Paul George. Now that's different. I still don't think that's a good trade for a 35, 36-year-old. You're trading a 20-something-year-old for a 35, 36-year-old. He might, if that's even worse. If he owns or if he's a part of a lot of business out in Boston, that's even worse. But I don't really think that affects anything. Like business, he probably got assistants doing that shit for him. Like that probably don't really mean anything. And if push come to shove, he'll probably just sell whatever he has. But I don't know. Paul George, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks for your Finals MVP and your leader and your best player. I know some Boston fans will probably get on. He was y'all best player. Tatum is not a leader. Tatum is trying too hard to be Kobe. And if he was really a leader, he would not have let this happen. If I was Jason Tatum, I would have been on the phone with whoever, Brad Stevens, whoever the fuck, saying, if you do this, I'm demanding a trade within 30 minutes of you making this move. So you decide what you want to do. He needed him. He needed him. And you traded him to Philly. And then what makes this even worse, right, is the Lakers, historic rivals, on the other side, yes, they lost Bron, but they're living the Boston Celtics dream. They running all white boys. Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, YSL Walker Kessler. Boston, if they had this team, they would be so fucking elated. But while Boston is being fucking idiots, their number one rival in NBA history is living their dream. The Lakers are going to make the playoffs barring any injuries. Well, Boston, I don't think so. And we could hope like, because they're in the East, they might be able to sneak through. I don't believe in Jason Tatum. He gonna have to prove me and everybody else wrong. Because I don't believe in Jason Tatum and Derek White. I don't think they could do what JB just did, even with the team that they have. Mike Conley is 107 years old. Mitchell Robinson, as solid as he is, can't make a free throw to save his life. His life could be on the line, and he would not be able to make 2 free throws. My fat, short, unathletic ass, can make 2 free throws back to back. Mitchell Robinson, an NBA player, not star, can't make 2 free throws back to back. And Shaq couldn't either, right? But at least Shaq was giving you like 30 and 15 every night. This nigga, Mitchell Robinson, could barely stay on the court, might give you 8 and 10 if he's on the court long enough. Back to Philly, right? If I was Philly, first of all, I could imagine, I don't know who called who, but I could imagine it went something like this, right? I'm the I'm the I'm the Philly GM. I'm the Philly GM. Hey Brad, what's up, man? Nah, just chilling, about to go see some hoes in a second, but yeah, right now we still at work, right? We still at work, yeah. Still gotta work. But what's going on? What you need? Oh, you guys want PG? Yeah. I mean, we don't want them. We don't want. I mean, if y'all want them, I mean, what y'all want them for? To- hold on, Brad, hold on. This motherfucker just said he want he want Paul he want Paul George for Jaylen Brown. No, no, no. I'm not. He just said it. He just said it. I swear to God. Hold on. Yeah, Brad. Yeah. I'm here. So you want PG, Edgecombe, and 4 picks for Jaylen Brown? No. You want PG and Bede and 4 picks for Jaylen Brown? No. Just PG and the 4 picks. You want 4 first rounders, right? Because I seen that on the news. Y'all wanted 4 first rounders for him. No, you just want PG and 2 first, 2. Brad, listen, like, no offense, I'm not with that gay shit, bro. I'm not sucking your dick. I'm just not doing it. I'm not giving you head for any player. Like, that's just not. I don't do that type. Oh, you don't want. I'm not getting fucked either, Brad. I'm just not. That's weird. Like, no offense to anybody that like that type of stuff, but that's just weird. I'm not. You don't want to. You don't want head. You don't want to fuck either. You just for Jaylen Brown. Okay, well just send that. Yeah, just send that through to the G to the owner. I'm sorry. I'm just just a long day, right? Yeah, just send that through and we'll put it through. Yeah, yeah. No problem. Is this motherfucker stupid? I can't believe he's high. He's high, guys. We just fleeced Jaylen Brown. We just fleeced Jaylen Brown. That's the thing. Oh, real quick. Amari, appreciate you. Appreciate you for the follow, man. Welcome to PLAX TV. We talk about basketball right now. We just he had to no weird shit, y'all. He had to have been hard as fuck. He had to have been rock hard on the phone with Brad Stevens. He had to have been. Cause you're just giving it to me. You just giving it out. You just giving it out. You just giving it. He had to have been bricked. He had to have been fucking bricked talking to Brad Stevens on the phone. You want Paul George and 4 picks for Jaylen Brown. You want us to send them over? We'll, we'll send them over to you. First class. And we'll buy him new podcast equipment and send him with the podcast equipment. Well, first of all, another thing. Now they're going after Bron, which would be even crazier. Now they're going after Bron, which would be insane. But even if they don't get Bron, this is a really solid team, right? This is pretty much what they were missing. A forward, 2-guard forward. This is really what they were missing. And this is a star version of that. Not Kelly Oubre, a fucking finals MVP. If I was Philly, I would go after Bron, obviously. Will you get him? Probably not, but I'm a pitch to him like, hey, look what we got over here, man. Look what we got. Maxey, Edgecombe. Yes, Embiid get hurt a lot, but we still got JB and you. especially in the East, I feel like we flying, brother. I feel like we flying. But even if they don't get Bron, I would talk to Joel Embiid and be like, hey, listen, I need you to not play the first 60 games of the season. No, hear me out. Hear me out. I need you to rest the first 60 games of the season. You come back the last 20 games of the season and you play in the playoffs. While you're out, I need you to be rehabbing. I need you to be drinking your milk, eating your Wheaties, fruits and veggies. Any surgeries you need to get them done. Rest and recoup from now until the last 20 games of next season. Then I want you to come back and we're going to run it. Because with or without Bron, this team got to be some level of a favorite. That's what I would do. My first 2 order of businesses is trying to pitch to Bron, which they already should have been trying to do that, but I'm pitching to Bron. Look what we got. And 2, telling Embiid to rest and recoup for the next, I don't know how long that is, like 8 months. Oh, but I feel fine. No, Joel, listen. Go home. Call your doctors. Get whatever surgeries you need done and rest and recoup. Drink milk. Eat your Wheaties, fruits and veggies. Light work, very light workouts. No running around with your kids. No, don't even play with your kids. Okay? No fucking. Tell your wife and your hoes to leave you alone. No fucking. Just rest and recoup until 20 games left in the season. Because we got a chance. We got a real chance. Because Jaylen Brown took Derek White, Peyton Pritchard, and a bunch of white guys to a 2nd seed and made the playoffs with a whole lot less. Now he has Maxey and Edgecombe. I'm pretty sure we'll be a top 4 team in the East. Shout out to Philly. Great move for Philly. Great fucking move for Philly.
It's the 3 on PLAX TV.